Tonight for dinner was shepherd's pie. I'm gonna start by peeling and boiling my potatoes. Hopefully y'all already know how to do that, so I don't have to show you that step. While our potatoes are boiling, I'm gonna dice up some veggies, and I'm using an onion, carrot, and celeries, and I may throw in a can of corn. All right, veggies are cut. Just added some butter to my pan, and now we're gonna fry up all of these vegetables. Just gonna pan fry these veggies for a few minutes until they start to get nice and tender. I'm using lean ground beef for this, but you can absolutely use chicken, turkey, lamb, whatever protein you want. I'm just using beef. I think I have too much here, so, all right, well, we're gonna save a little bit and fry that up for Bruce. It's for you. I didn't mean to use this much, but it fell out of the bag, so it was meant to be. I was going for a smaller portion this time. I know it's weird for me to say, but clearly it knows me. Adding some of my Dearly garlic, and I'm almost out. I have one jar left in my secret stash. Come on, Dearly, send me some more. Adding the blend salt, pepper, and garlic from Kinder's. And again, like I always say, season it to your liking. Adding in some thyme. I don't have any fresh, so I'm just using dried. Rosemary. Now I am missing a few ingredients that I would typically use with this recipe. One being tomato paste. If I had some, I would be adding a tablespoon or so right now, but we don't, so we're just moving on past that. We want to create like a gravy for our shepherd's pie, so I'm going to add some flour here. There's enough grease here to absorb it. I'm going to turn my heat down. Makes it kind of like a paste. See how it just absorbed all of that liquid? That's okay, because we're gonna add some liquid back here. If I had beef broth, I'd be using it, but I don't, so we're just using some chicken bouillon cubes and some water. And this was just over a cup. I'm not sure I'll use it all. So it's about 3/4 of a cup. Again, your measurements are gonna be based on how much you use and make, right? It's hard for me to give you the exact. Adding some of this Worcestershire sauce, which I like to call Smack Your Sister. So this is all done and our potatoes are done. I just have to mash them. To my potatoes, I like to add a little bit of butter, some heavy cream, some Parmesan. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those. One step I almost forgot. Remember I said I was gonna add a can of corn? I'm gonna do that now. Totally optional, but I love corn. Our filling is done and it smells so good. All right, my potatoes are getting some butter, some cream. I'm just using 18%. Parmesan cheese. Using my KitchenAid now to mix this. Whip those potatoes. If you don't want lumpy potatoes, whip it. I learned this not too long ago. And you know what? We have some of that chicken broth left. I'm like, why don't we add a little bit? Make them a little bit more creamier. Never done that before. Trying something new. Those are some whipped potatoes. It almost looks like whipping cream. Bingo. I'm thinking I'm still gonna stick to the plan of making a small portion, even though I did make a lot of mixture. Because then maybe I can use the leftover mixture to do like meat pies. We can do like some shepherd pie meat pies. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll use as much as I can here. And if I'm left with anything, I'll save it and use it for something else. And then I'm left with a little bit to make those meat pies. Great idea, Brooke. Adding in all those delicious whipped potatoes. This pan is totally going to boil over. We are 100% going to boil over. So I've just added it to a cookie tray. Adding some cheese to the top. Use whatever cheese you want. Oh man, I should have used a bigger container. I just used a triple cheddar, and now this is some Parmesan, because why not make it bigger? Into the oven, 350 degrees. That is hot. But damn, that looks good. Can't wait to peel off all the cheese and eat it. Waiting for it to cool a little bit so I could peel off all the cheese that boiled over. You should really let this sit to kind of like congeal, but we're not gonna do that. Doesn't it look so good? That cheese. Today was a cold day, but it was absolutely beautiful out. I find shepherd's pie is just so comforting. And that's delicious.